There are over 16,000 high school sophomores within the boundary of my watershed. Sometime during this year, they will get their driver's license. Imagine if every one of them understood their carbon footprint.
Sometime this year, 16,000 high school juniors in our watershed will be asked to prom or Tolo. They will spend money on shoes, hair gel, clothing, flowers, restaurants, gas, more hair gel. Imagine if every one of them understood the full life cycle cost of each of the products they buy.
What would a carbon neutral, zero waste high school prom look like?
This year, 16,000 high school seniors will turn 18 and register to vote. What is the relationship between sustainability and civic engagement?
How are schools educated for sustainability? Who's doing it? Keep it on my head? Got it.
There are 49 public high schools in our watershed, 15 private high schools, and 13 different public school districts. This includes the Kent School District, which is outside the watershed, yet 1/3 of its schools get their drinking water piped from the Cedar River. This includes the Issaquah School District, where the Issaquah Creek subbasin fills Lake Sammamish, which flows through the Sammamish River and into the north end of Lake Washington. This includes the Everett School District, with several schools within the North Creek subbasin. This includes the Mukilteo, Edmonds, and Shoreline school districts, because all of the salmon that migrate through our watershed, out the Ballard Locks and up the coastline, depend on the nearshore marine habitat along these school districts. Here's how the Cool School Challenge stacked up for 2009.
Edmonds School District reduced its carbon footprint by 1,463 pounds. Everett reduced by 2,714 pounds. Seattle cut 39,650 pounds. Issaquah eliminated 44,379 pounds of CO2, which was beat just barely by Bellevue at 47,969 pounds. Pretty good, except Lake Washington School District reduced its carbon dioxide emissions by 799,706 pounds.
That's 400 tons of carbon dioxide not going into our atmosphere.
That's like taking 70 cars off the road for a year. Or the emissions from the use of electricity from 44 homes for a year.
Same as 2 railroad cars full of coal. Same as not logging 3.4 acres of forest.
We're like growing 9,304 seedling trees for 10 years.
That's what one high school did. These students are starting to speak Carbonese.
Schools in King County, outside of Seattle, can register for the King County Green Schools program and receive assistance and recognition in progressing through 3 levels of sustainability actions: waste reduction and recycling, energy conservation, and water conservation.
Additional sustainability points are awarded in the following categories: environmental education, environmental purchasing, green building, hazardous materials management, litter reduction, and transportation choices. During 2009, 53 schools completed Level 1 and were recognized as King County Green Schools. Most of those schools have started working on Level 2 actions.
By the end of 2009, 2 entire school districts committed to registering 100% of their schools. 15 Bellevue schools had completed Level 1 by the end of 2009. The remaining 12 Bellevue schools have registered and are on track to achieve Level 1 in 2010.
Similarly, all 8 schools in the Tahoma School District are Level 1 or higher. These 2 districts are leading the trend.
A new statewide program called Washington Green Schools was launched in 2009. The Seattle School District, which doesn't participate in the King County Green Schools program, has already registered 6 out of their 84 schools to begin benchmarking progress through the required levels.
In relation to food composting, the YMCA Earth Service Core Clubs at 2 high schools are driving behavior change within the Seattle School District. Students at Garfield High School initiated a food scrap composting program in the fall of 2008. They started at educating their peers through PowerPoint presentations delivered to all the science classes. Since that time, Garfield students have reduced the number of garbage pickups from 5 times a week to 3 times a week, and they're diverting an average of 4 tons of recyclable food waste each month from going into the landfill. Garfield students saved the school district about $968 per month on garbage service. The food waste dumpster costs $367 a month, and the special compostable bags are about $135. So the overall saving is around $466 per month.
Ballard High School is also leading the way, with students diverting approximately 8 cubic yards of waste per week and reducing garbage pickup from 5 times a week to 4. Ballard students are saving about $484 per month on garbage, spending $133 on the food waste dumpster, plus $110 on compostable bags for a total monthly savings of about $241.
Roosevelt and Nathan Hale High Schools are making similar progress.
The student-run commercial composting program in the Seattle School District has grown from 0 schools to 33 schools in just 3 years. As of 2009, Seattle students from elementary through high school have diverted an estimated 477,000 pounds of food waste from the landfill. What used to be thought of as garbage is now cycled through Cedar Grove composting to return nutrients to gardens, farms, and forests.
Puget Sound Energy has developed the Resource Conservation Manager program, providing first-year salary subsidies and software support to help school districts hire resource managers, train staff, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and save money on electricity, natural gas, water, sewer, solid waste, and recycling programs.
This is a sweeping new trend. It's like finally getting a quarterback on your football team.
Like getting a conductor for your orchestra.
It's like sharpening your pencil.
Here are the school districts that have hired full-time resource conservation managers. Part-time RCMs are employed here. No RCMs are employed in these districts yet, although maintenance and operations staff are beginning to coordinate efforts.
The RCM program saves school districts as much as 10 to 15% of their utilities resource budget over the first few years. The focus is on easy stuff, like energy efficiencies and getting staff and students to make simple behavior changes that add up. Puget Sound Energy provides software called Utility Manager that allows the collection of utility data to print out reports and measure savings over time.
Utility Manager has the capability of connecting to Energy Star Portfolio Manager, another green tech software, that rates buildings based on their energy use per square foot.
Puget Sound Energy also has an online tool called Energy Interval Service. It graphs electricity or gas use based on 15-minute intervals, allowing schools to see exactly when they are using the most energy. When you change the start times for heating systems in the morning or the automatic shutdown time for computers after school, the reduction in electricity can be seen on the graphs.
Some schools have also installed direct digital control systems that monitor when heating and cooling systems are on and can be controlled remotely from a central location, allowing managers to fine-tune energy efficiency opportunities.
Using all of these tools together allows the Resource Conservation Manager in each school district to improve energy savings. And all of the reports and graphs make sharing technical information with students and staff much easier. Conservation and efficiency seem to be the low-hanging fruit. Here's a few examples.
Kent School District established ventilation standards for all buildings, reducing energy use by 8% district-wide and saving approximately $400,000.
Mercer Island School District switched from T12 to T8 lighting tubes in all portables, saving 70 to 80% more energy.
Renton School District has created an exterior lighting demonstration project at Hazen High School, replacing 250-watt metal halide exterior lighting fixtures with 50-watt LED fixtures. These and other experiments in LED lighting will produce an annual savings of 7,197 kilowatt hours, or a 95% reduction in energy use.
The Seattle School District established a program where a portion of the utility savings is awarded directly to the schools that reduce their utility use. In 2009, 82 schools earned awards of up to $2,925 each to be used for resource conservation projects.
Since 2008, all new construction in the Bellevue School District meets the Washington State Sustainable Schools Protocol for Green Building Practices. Eastgate Elementary, opened in September of 2009, is Bellevue's first school with ground source heat pumps, replacing natural gas for heating.
In addition to analyzing green school programs in public schools, we have also surveyed 10 private high schools in the watershed. 50% of the schools surveyed have formed official school green teams. 70% have active student environmental clubs. 70% of the schools have developed one or more sustainability practices. Eastside Preparatory Academy has developed a comprehensive sustainability policy. Eastside Catholic has completed an energy audit as a benchmark for decreasing the school's carbon footprint. They have installed low-flow faucets to conserve water and changed paper towel dispensers to motion sensor rolls, saving 58% of towel costs and 13,000 pounds per year in reduced waste. Eastside Catholic has also adjusted exterior lighting to run 30 minutes less per day, which is significant for a 50-acre campus. The Overlake School has achieved Level 2 as a King County Green School and is constructing a LEED building, intended to be certified silver or higher. Seattle Prep is constructing a new building that they hope to certify LEED Platinum, 2 steps higher than the silver rating. Even more impressive, the Seattle Academy, as a school, has developed a plan to become carbon neutral within 5 years.
We see 4 trends in our 2009 analysis of sustainability in the schools within our watershed.
A rapid increase in the number of schools participating in green school programs that support and measure progress towards sustainability goals.
Basic recycling programs are expanding to include food composting programs, a general trend towards zero waste, which is a fundamental principle of ecological systems.
Resource conservation managers are a brand new position in most school districts. RCMs are setting up programs to conserve resources, reduce carbon footprints, and save money.
New green tech software empowers resource conservation managers to make finely tuned adaptations in energy efficiencies.
One question remains: who is taking all of this into the classroom? When does sustainability become part of the core curriculum? Perhaps even the reason for the core curriculum.
One school district is way ahead of the others. Here's a direct public statement from the Tahoma School District. We believe that one of the most critical issues facing our young people is the issue of sustainability.
If our environment is to support future generations, then our young people must have the knowledge, skills, and ability to find creative solutions to the problems we have created, and make choices today that preserve and protect tomorrow's world. We believe that sustainability education must be integral to our curriculum. To this end, we are creating a scope and sequence of units beginning in kindergarten and culminating in grade 12 that use the environment as a context for learning, investigate environmental challenges, promote critical and creative thinking, and incorporate a call to action where students contribute to improving the local and world environment. The Tahoma School District covers much of the lower basin of the Cedar River watershed. If they can connect their sustainability curriculum to local actions within the geographical, ecological boundaries of the watershed that we all share, amazing things will happen. Imagine if one by one, all of the school districts found ways to align the high standards of academic excellence with the high standards of community sustainability.
In 2009, the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction established 3 new state standards for sustainability education. Not just for science or math or social studies or language arts, but to integrate the entire curriculum around place-based systems thinking, inquiry, and real projects to solve real problems. What will it mean for the future of our watershed?